Hi, my name is Joel Solomon. I'm a prosperity coach, and welcome to part two, chapter two of my upcoming book, The 9 Money Rules Millionaires Use. This chapter is called Use Credit. Let me walk you through a scenario. You have to put more money into the account. What are you talking about? You hit your first stop loss on Friday. Didn't you notice? Aren't you taking track of your daily performance? Well, yes, but I was out of the office on Friday. I'm just getting in now. Okay, well, let us know what you want to do. We can just shut it down if you like. This was the conversation I had with the chief financial officer of the separately managed account I was managing in mid-2016. As readers of Mindful Money Management, Memoirs of a Hedge Fund Manager, my first book, know, this is the passage that I talked about when I was debating whether to open up the account. We had numerous inquiries about setting up a first loss separately managed account in which I personally would put up my own money as the first loss, and the investor would put up an additional 9 times my own investment. So this would allow us to increase both assets under management and get more fees and improve our profitability. It was something I was really reluctant to do because of my lessons learned about financial leverage during the financial crisis. But I realized that if we didn't do it, in the next year or so, the fund was unlikely to survive. Now, at the time, my intuition, my sixth sense, my higher self was telling me no. But was it fear or a knowing? At the time, I wasn't sure, but going with my intuition would have meant not even considering this step. So now you know the complete truth. My intuition was actually quite accurate. The call I received was because I was down more than 5%, which meant that my money had declined more than 50%, and I was required to put more money in. Now, I initially did put more money in, but I couldn't sleep that night, and after having another poor day on Monday, losing more than 1%, more than 10% more of my own money, I remembered my initial intuitive hit not to do this. I called them up the next day, apologized, and said I wasn't putting any more money into that separately managed account. Now, as I discussed in Mindful Money Management, I clearly made the decision to please others. It was beneficial for my colleagues who were underpaid and overworked. But if I was truly selfish and only thought about myself in 2015, I would not have invested more of my own savings to get additional outside money, thereby creating even more leverage. So is credit good or bad? The title of this chapter is Use Credit. But it depends. What are you using credit for? In this particular case, credit was really bad, right? It cost me a lot of money. But is using credit always bad? Let's say you're starting a prosperity coaching business. You want to help thousands or hundreds of thousands of people become financially free. But you need capital. You need to market your coaching business over social media like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Pinterest. You also want to market offline to various financial services companies, insurance agencies, bank branches to start. And then you want to expand it to other companies to teach their employees the basics of personal finance, investing, manifesting. So you calculate your monthly fees for all your online vendors like GoDaddy and Bluehost and WordPress and your Acuity calendar and QuickBooks and on and on. And you put together a business plan with your expected coaching clients, your book sales, your seminars, your workshops, your YouTube advertising campaigns and earnings, and your evergreen products. And then you go to a bank that just got their first deposit in from a local online and offline marketer for $500,000. So you go to this bank and you meet with the local small business lender and you show them your annual expenses for one typical year, $650,000. But you just want $500,000 to get started by hiring this marketer and incurring the related marketing expenses. Now you explain to the lender how many people you're going to help. You tell them, just imagine if they become financially free and they start putting their money in this bank and investing it here. This bank could explode in terms of deposits. Your lender loves your ideas. And so he can see how when you leverage this coaching business from a few individual coaching clients to hundreds of workshop customers and seminars and online webinars, that it's gonna really take off. And he sees that you could have a mastermind group on Facebook as well and teach other coaches to educate more and more people, maybe even like a few hundred clients that they could teach annually, and how you could teach and impact more than 20,000 people per year from your seminars and webinars and your online courses. So he lends you the $500,000 and you hire the marketer and pay him the $500,000. So the marketer in turn deposits that $500,000 into the bank. Now how much money the marketer now has at the bank? He's got $1 million. But how much money is actually in the bank? It's just $500,000 because they lent you $500,000. That $500,000 that was initially deposited by the marketer. How does this happen? Well, this is what is called credit or leverage. So the bank is now levered 2 times. Right? It lent you the $500,000 and the marketer has only deposited $500,000. So the reason why this happens is because the service that you provide, the prosperity coaching, is the collateral for the other $500,000. Now suppose the marketer does really well the next 6 months, he deposits another $500,000 to the bank. He has a $1.5 billion into his account and the bank has $1 million. And you go back to the bank and say, well, I've done really well, but I actually need more money to borrow. And you want to borrow another $500,000. So the bank lends you another $500,000. So now the marketer, and you give that money to the marketer. So you've borrowed $1,000. The marketer has $2 million in his account. And the bank has the same $1 million. See, the leverage is 2 times. And of course, this can go on many, many more times. Credit is obviously based on trust. So is credit good or bad? Obviously, it depends on my return that I got on the $1 million I borrowed. So let's give a very concrete example. Suppose you borrow money on your credit card. Your credit card interest rate is 15%. And you put it into an investment that generates more than 15%. Maybe it generates 20%. It could be real estate or stocks or whatever it is. Is credit good? Yes. In that particular instance, it's good. Now, I'm not telling you to borrow money from your credit card to invest, but I'm just giving you an example of how logically it's the percentage rate that you're borrowing that you have to pay back compared to the amount you actually generate from your investment. Now, if you're borrowing for a car loan, your car is a depreciating asset, so it's really hard if you buy that car and you pay 5% to get better than a 5% return, because the car, once it comes off the lot, it's worth 20 or 30% less. So borrowing money to buy a car is probably not the best use of credit. Now we're going to go into a lot more on other rules in coming videos. But let me know if you're interested in how to improve your credit score and how the credit score is actually calculated. And we might do that in future videos as well, because that's in this chapter in my book, part 2, chapter 2. But I'm going to continue with the rules in future videos, but I could include another video on how to improve your credit score if people are interested. Please let me know. Respond below in the comments on this YouTube video, or you can email me at salamour.com. That's SALAURMOR.com. Thanks for watching. I believe in you.